Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Lindsay's Builds. Yeah, Mad Dog. So anyway, it's an unplanned stream. It's just off the cuff. I had been working on the Graf Zeppelin and just about had enough of it this last couple of days. So yeah, it's just got put to one side. And we're going to carry on with Castigator tonight. So we'll go down camera. Show you just how far we've got. So this is how far we've got with it. So tonight I'm just going to do a bit more detailed painting on this, which I'm going to do these front headlights in blue. And I'm going to do the skulls each side on the floors, and perhaps get these figures done. I'm not sure whether to do these ones in white or go for a lead belcher this time. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I've got 4 of those, got 4, 2 each side, and there's 2 in the back there too. So yeah. So we'll see how it goes. So I'll go to the chat first before I start doing anything. Okay, so we've got Mr. Mark's Mods. He's popped in. He is live tonight with the Part Works, I think it is. And he says, hello, everybody. Sorry I can't watch as I'm live myself, but have a great stream, Lindsay. Thank you very much, Mark. And I hope you have a good stream as well. So that's Mark's Mods. If you would like to pop over and watch him, you know, just run backwards and forwards. It's entirely up to you. And give him some support. So, okay. So David Markey says, evening, Lindsay. Hello there, David Markey. Nice to see you. And he also says, evening, folks. And he also says, hello, Mark. And we've got Paul and Sue in, Plastic Monkey and the Ice Cream. And it says, evening, David and Mark. Welcome into the stream, Plastic Monkey and Ice Cream. David Markey says, hello, Paul. And he also says, hello, Sue. So we've got Mr. Apple in from Bonnie, Scotland. And he says, my thanks to everyone who wished me a happy birthday. Been another quiet, rainy day, but I am alive. Yes. I hope you've had a good one so far, even if though it's quiet. So I still hope you've had a good day, mate. David Markey says, hello, Apple. We've got Mr. Following Ghost in as well. So hello there, Following Ghost. Nice to see you. And he says, afternoon, everyone. David Markey says, hello, Ghost. Apple says, hi there, Ghost. And Following Ghost says, hi, David, Apple, PM. And Apple says, evening, Paul and Sue. So that is the chat caught up with. So we shall just, you know, chill out, carry on. So hope you don't get too bored during the stream. As you know, sometimes it can go a bit quiet. Just trying to find a decent brush. I think that will do. Plastic Monkey says, evening, Apple. Got some nice new brushes here. The actual Graf Zeppelin is nearly finished. It's the aircraft carrier itself. It's nearly there. Just got the planes to do now. Finish. And I didn't really fancy finishing them off tonight. Plus, I've got some more rigging to do. So, yeah. But hey ho. So I hope you've all been having a good weekend so far. It's been kind of very quiet for me, but been trying to keep my mind occupied because I'm on my third day now without a cigarette. So I'm actually using a vape at the moment. So, but it's my third day without a cigarette. I'm kind of feeling the difference. Still coughing quite a lot, but it's not as bad. It's not an easy process, but sure I'll get there. So we've got 8 people in. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. It's nice to see you all. So what have you guys been doing this weekend anyway? Besides watching streams and streaming yourselves? Anything else? Apple says, when I gave up the fags, I compensated by eating sweets, packets of them, but I'm off and my lungs feel better for it. I should imagine they do, mate. No, I didn't. I didn't smoke that stuff. It was just ordinary tobacco. I've noticed the difference already in 3 days. But yeah. Okay, so that's the first coat on those. 7 people now instead of 8. It's okay. There's also such thing as a watch back, because I know Mark is live and I know quite a few people like to watch him as well. So there's always a watch back on mine. Okay, so where are we going to get around this? I don't really want to do these in white, to be honest. let's try. Let's try gold. Got Graham Ball in, and he says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening, there, Graham. Nice to see you. Hope you're well." I'm hoping this will work, because if I contrast this between gold and lead belcher, because really the white doesn't really work on it, to be honest. This is going to be very, very fiddly. Because these are really, really tiny figures. David Market says, "Hello, Graham." Graham says, "Hi, David." Apple says, "Evening, Graham. Watched your short." I haven't even seen his short yet. I've only just tuned in on YouTube, actually. I've not really had it on all weekend. If I can keep this gold thin enough, should work. Never looks much when you got the first coat on. Because when you do this in white, completely in white, you lose all the detail in these figures, because it just becomes one solid block of white. And it doesn't really, really work, to be honest. Not in my eyes, anyway. We'll catch up with the chat in a minute, guys. I think this actually might work, to be honest. I will catch up with the chat in a minute. Yeah, I think this will work, to be honest. But do a certain amount of, so most of his body in gold, and then do like parts of the tunic in lead belcher. Same with the handle on the sword, and the actual blade itself on the sword. I should come in with the lead belcher with that as well, and then I should probably drop probably a red on the book, because there is a book there as well. So we'll have to see how it goes, you know. And also I've got the face to bring out as well on this part, but all the statues, they're all individual different statues. So, okay. Graham Ball says, "Hi Apple, hope it made you smile." Try not to overshadow it in gold as well. That's because that could be a problem in the build. Not too uniform. Need to leave the skull eyes painting for either a red or a yellow or something. Nine people in now. It's nice to see you guys. You hear noises in the background. It's my son. It's a little bit hard to make out what's what here. once you can identify what is what, it's a lot more easier. So there we go. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet, but I'm trying to concentrate, guys.
Whoa, what's happened? It's done. Like what? Charcoal. Why do you think so? How is that so big? I put it on and it instantly cooked me. That's not right. It didn't do that.
I'm sorry I'm quiet, but there's nobody saying anything in chat either. So I'm just kind of like trying to go with the flow here. Ghost says, I'm listening. I'm listening. Have a splitting headache. Oh, wow. So sorry to hear that. And he also says, hi, Graham. Let's take that top off. It'll be easier to handle now. David Marcus says, I was expecting that chap would get a roll licking if he was married, Graham. I see. I'm only going for about an hour and a half anyway. So, got some spare hours, so as I haven't done much streaming this last week. Right, so those bits. Go down through the other side now. Got 8 people back in. Thank you. Don't forget Mark's Mods is on tonight with the part. I think it's the part where it's live, isn't it, David? Mark's Hobbies is in and said, hi, one and all. Hello there, Mark's Hobbies. And David Markey says, hello, Mark. It's nice to see you, buddy. Mark's Hobbies says, hello, David M. Trying to identify bits and pieces here is quite. It's not good for your eyesight, I must say. Do a job later. Okay. Apple says, evening, Mark's Hobbies. Mark's Hobbies says, hi, Apple. Mark's Hobbies says, I've got Mark's mods on my TV and you on my phone. Oh, cool. I hope he's having a good stream. Graham Ball says, hi, Ghost. Tis the part works live tonight, isn't it? Mark's Hobby says, yes. Graham Ball says, damn right, David. Only 1,000 kits. What a lightweight. I don't think 1,000 kits is saying a lightweight, isn't it? Oh, that's a lot of cash. A lot of cash. Okay, we'll let them dry off. Mark Sobby says yes. Oh, I've already read that chat. We've got 10 people in. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're all well. Always have this tune in my head every time I go live. I don't know why, but I just do. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. And I've got that other bit to do yet, so I've missed a bit. Only doing half a job, like a slacker. wonder if Mr. Sprue and Glue is awake yet. From his afternoon siesta, as he calls it. David Marcus says, I was persuaded not to have that tune as my theme. Don't blame you. It's one tune that sticks in your head and you can't get rid of it. So I've got to wait for those gold bits to dry. I think this is going to work better than doing it white, I think. We'll see how it goes. Got some little badges down here. Okay. So I'm quite liking the way it's turning out. Just got to touch this bit up with some red on that part. Don't look too bad, I think. Too bad. Okay. Got something to paint here. I think I might do that bit in blue as well. That bit on the lens. Yes, look okay, I think, once we start contrasting other colours into it. So I only need 2 coats of gold.
Oh,
Not sure what I shall do next after this build, as in Warhammer. Not sure. Still have the neck romp thing to do, but I have put that on hold for now.
well, so basically,
Don't forget we've got a PPM on Wednesday.
there's got to be a way around.
And also on the 9th of next month, I should be away for a couple of weeks or maybe just a week. It depends. Depends how things go. Hopefully I won't be away for too long, but there will be a PPM stream because Mark's Mods has said he will host it. But he'll be doing it from my channel. So, what's in your bellies? What's on bench, if you've got anything on the bench? What's your choice of beverage? Me, I had a slice of pizza and a cup of tea, really. Mark Sobby says, I'll be watching on Wednesday. Oh, cool. Cool. More watching, the merrier. I know it's a bit tight to get a space on panel. on a Wednesday. But I'll have some space on the Friday, I think, if you're interested in coming on. You got anything kind of sci-fi-ish, quite welcome to join. Or I might even do it just to open stream. Mark Sorry says chicken dinner, cup of tea, and nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. I think sometimes you need a break from hobbies. Otherwise, they get a bit too monotonous, don't they? After this stream, I should be going downstairs watching TV, watch 2 episodes of Expanse. This will probably be the 6th time I've watched it all the way through the seasons. Okey-dokey, that's 2 coats of gold on those. Just let that dry off a bit. Okay, Apple says belly, spag bog, and meatballs, beverage, apple juice, and coffee. David Markey says, I had pork steaks and chips with a drop of cider. Finished another Timu Poly 3-wheel rickshaw. We'll put kettle on for a pot of tea later. Ooh. A rickshaw. Wow. I've never seen anybody build one of them before. Okay. Need some lead pepper now. Just give that a moment for that point to go off for him a little bit. Yeah. This is where the fun begins. So like I say, I wasn't too sure whether this is going to work. So fingers crossed, guys. It's working. Okay. I'm just wondering if I should have gone the other way around. Did the figure in? No, the figure in lead Belcher, and then came in with the gold afterwards. But we'll see. See how this is doing. Looks okay. I mean, this one's turned out perfectly, to be honest. This one. Not too sure about this one. Certainly bringing the detail out. So it's going to need a couple of coats, I think. Not sure what that looks like to you guys. It's a little bit blurred. Apple says, David, does the rickshaw come with an electric motor as it climbs hills? At your age must be a strain, especially laden down with the shopping and ship kits. David Market says, I did one with the large metal box on the back, though if that was real, I would like a motor in that. Apple says, found a box of kits. I thought I'd given away the Land Raider, Land Speeders, and various rhinos for my walls. So more to build and paint up. There you go, you see. And seek and you'll find, Apple. Seek and you'll find. Okay. If I went right through my stash, I'd probably be astonished at what I would really find. To be honest with you. Sometimes I only just barely scratch the surface of it. A lot of my stash is truck kits that I bought many years ago, as I was well into trucks back then. I said before I ever came on YouTube, that was way before YouTube. Well, it's kind of different to what those other statistics of battle tanks were. I think this is a lot better because it's bringing detail out, to be honest. Instead of it just being a white solid block. So okay. I think that does look a lot better, to be honest. It's brought some detail out in it. Okay. I like it. It's good. Just wait for that to dry and put a second coat on. Mark Sobby says, sorry, I won't be watching on Wednesday. I was in the hospital with the miss. No worries, mate. Mark Sobby says, but I will pop in and leave a like. No worries. Apple says, all I need now is to find the A4 decal sheets that I bought for the red walls from Games Workshop. David Markey says, yesterday I received an Academy 1350 HMS Warspite, and I will have another delivered next week. Oh, nice horse pipe. Nice. Apple says it's looking good, Lindsay, I'd say, but then I'm only seeing through one eye. Of course, yeah, you've had your... You can only see out of one eye, can't you? Got about that. But yeah, it is coming okay. I'll get some pictures up on the group. Bit. Still got 9 people in. I've got this fluid paint in white just there, at the top here. In fact, actually, I will paint this bit in this scroll. I might paint that in white as well. So we'll get the white out next and let that lead belcher really set. Ooh, that's nice. Got a hanger on. We have a hanger on. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do the scroll in white. We've got Static Model Mayhem in. Welcome in. And he says, hi, Lindsay, and hi, everyone. Welcome in. It's nice to see you. Okay. David Markey says hello, static. And we've got Mr. Fluffy Rex in, Mr. Dorcasaurus, and it says, hi, Lindsay and Chatlam people. Welcome in, Dorca. Nice to see you. David Markey says hello, William. Apple says hello, women, William and Static. Okay. Still got 8 people. Thank you very much, guys. Like I said, there's always a watch back. Static says it's coming along nice for Lindsay. Thank you very much. Dorcas says, on this tiny phone screen, it looks kind of like a Ghostbusters symbol. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Yeah, without the Ghostbuster on it, yeah. Okay, let that go off a bit. Wait for it to dry a bit, and then we put a second coat on it. Dorcas says, I also don't have my glasses on. If he's not got his pants on, he ain't got his glasses on. He probably needs his glasses to find his pants. It's all in good fun, Dorcas. So yeah, I'm quite pleased the way it's coming along. It's getting there. It's getting there. Got this to touch up around here as well. When I finish doing all the detail work, I can touch everything up. It's different. This one's different to what I would normally do. So, yeah, that's me all over as well, David. Need glasses to find glasses. Yeah, that's me as well. I was actually walking around the house once, asking people where my glasses on. They were all laughing at me because I'd already got them on. I think that was a bit of senile dementia kicking in there. Don't know about you guys. Don't know what you'd call it. Getting ready to glue this down, I think, soon. So at least it's not intense painting like the Immolator and the Exorcist was. At least it's not as intense as what they were. And this one's more, it's kind of more plain than anything else, you know what I mean? It's got your usual artwork here, but this white will probably take about 2 or 3 coats. And it's anything like that blue as well. Yeah, it'll take a while. Take a while. So, do you want me to go on a little bit longer, guys? Another half an hour or something? I don't mind. If you're willing to sit there and watch, I'll keep going for another half an hour. So, yeah. Static Model Mayhem says white acrylic ink helps a bit with white. Is that white thinners or thingies? You put thingies. David Marcus says, if you like, and Apple says, okay, by millions. Okay, then I'll keep going for another half an hour. Just wait for this to dry off a bit. Mark's Obvious says, we don't mind. Enjoying the stream, everyone. Please put your thumbs up, and much appreciated. Even those in the background that's watching on probably a Fire Stick or TV or anything. If you got a device, put the old thumbs up, guys. Static says, go on then. Okay, so we'll stick another coat of white on. That should have gone off a bit. Yeah, it will be only half an hour as well. And I'm off downstairs, go and watch a couple of episodes of Expanse. And that will give this time to really dry off then. Yeah, I was doing a little bit of work on my display room today as well. Now I've got Christmas over with, I can get back on it. That way I can get some of these models out of here, get them in the display room. Still got a fair bit of work to do in it though, before I can move everything out there. Got one more wall to paint. Then I can get the flooring in, and then get the shelves in, and then a small bench for my 3D printer, because that's where it's gonna live. I'm hoping the 3D printer will work, to be honest with you, because I've had it a year. Well, it's certainly enough a year in the box without being built. It's been built 2 or 3 months. It's been sat down here on the floor. It is wired up, but it's not set, if you know what I mean. It's not, none of the settings have been done on it. So I'm hoping it's going to work. Was if it don't, it'll be 252 pounds worth of junk. Okay, so that's the next count of that one. Mark's Hobby says, I did my very first live stream last night. Oh, I'll have to watch that, Mark. Static says, keep it up, Mark. And we got Lovely's Crafting Lodging. Hello there, my lovely. And she says, hello, everyone. It's nice to see you, my love. Lovely does like these like paper dye things and makes things from them, like journals and stuff and everything else. Really good stuff, really. I often pop by there and say hello to her. So if you like that kind of thing, just pop over to her channel. Mark's Hobby says, I forgot to plug the camera in. You pillock. Static says, Mark's Hobbies, it happens, keep going. Yes. And we've got Mr. TBG in. Hello there, James. And he says, hi, everyone. David Markey says, hello, James. Okay. TBG Model Work says, hi, David Markey. Right, so we're going to leave that, let all that what I've done to dry. I just need to do that light, put the second coat on these lights in blue, plus this one. Okay, now I'll second coat these front ones. So how are you doing then, lovely? Are you okay? Hope you're good. I like to go into her stream because it's so chilled out it is as well. Kind of get mesmerized by her voice. Okay. Apple said, use it as a test show, Mark. Mark's Hobby says, I will try again soon. Apple says, A up, James. TBG says, If at first you don't succeed, you try again. David Markey says, hello, Jacqueline. TBG says, hi, Apple. Lovely says, I'm great. Just happy to be here while I craft. You know I adore your voice. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Mark's Hobby says, hi, TBG. It's got a nice face there with our hearts for eyes. Bless her heart. So, yeah. Right. Okay. So what we'll do now, I think, we'll do the red in these flamers. So we're going to put this to one side. Not unless this yellow needs another coat. We will have to see when we get it out of the packet. I think this yellow is going to need another coat, I think, to be honest with you. Because it is quite a little bit patchy. TBG says, hi, Raggy. And Raggy says, hello there, TBG. Want to come out and play? Apple says, even Amanda and Jacqueline. We've got Darren Faulkner says, how do, Lindsay? Hello there, Daz. Nice to see you. And he also says, TBG, how do? TBG says, oh, do, Darren Faulkner. Darren says, how do, Apple? Is Jacqueline in as well? I maybe get mixed up here. Oh, Amanda. Yeah, Amanda. Evening, Amanda and Jacqueline. Cool. David Markey says, hello, Darren. Darren says, how do, David? How do? Nice to see you. So we're going to use some of this yellow, which is Avalanche Sunset, which is a base. It's not quite in your face, this one, not like this one. This one's very much in your face, this one. I think this one's too light, this Phalax yellow, too light for the job. So we're going to use the Avalanche Sunset instead. Darren says, how do, Mark? Mark's Hobby says, hi, Darren. It's nice to see all you good people. Very, very nice. Got a question for you here, Raffle. When I do the red in it, I normally do a just stroke it in, but it doesn't seem to kind of see the yellow in between the red flame, if you know what I mean. So would I be better off putting it on like a wash, just on the tips? Or just paint it in very, very thin, you know what I mean? Because flames are very, very hard to paint. I normally get like quite a solid red bit on the top, but I really want the yellow to show in between the red, if you know what I mean. If you get what I mean, Apple. One. Apple said, Little Mystery has just gone live. Yeah, well, I'll be finished in about 15 minutes, something like that. Anyway, Apple. So, I'll be finished in about 15 minutes, something like that. Static says, I'd go with a red wash in the recess and some orange between the red and yellow. Cool, okay. Apple says, normally I paint flames as black bottom, melting into the yellow and the top into a reddish orange. Okay. I'll try that, see how that works out. I'd normally go for an hour and a half. So I'd do just under 2 hours. I don't think it'll affect his stream anyway. So okay. Apple says, I know it's fiddly, but I managed them with a gloss coat over it. Looks like a flame. Okay then. Thank you, Apple. Thank you, Static. Thank you for the advice, guys. Within a minute, guys. Okay. I've seen the request for a person to join the PPN. I will get on that as soon as I've finished in here. Okay, Jeff Light says, hi guys. Hello there, Jeff and Maggie. Nice to see you. Apple says, that's what we are here for. Just remember to post the check by the end of the month, Lindsay. Be a rubber check. Be like a rubber ball. Apple says, hi, Jeff and the lady Maggie. It's nice to see you guys. Apple says hi Jeff and Lady Maggie. Lady Maggie says hello Jeff and Maggie. I'm not sure whether I read that out before. But, okay, so we've still got 11 in. Okay, so now I'm not sure whether I should put these on or use the big bumper. So I'm not sure. I'm going to take them off the sprue anyway and put them together, and then I should paint both up and then decide which one I'm going to put on at the time. So it's decisions, always decisions. I mean, whatever I don't use on this one can be used on the other Rhino chassis. Because they're all basically the same chassis anyway. And the Space Marine Rhino is quite plain looking, if you know what I mean. So now I want the other two. These are the other two, which are these ones. I've still got to paint the figure on this yet, which is going to be fun, very much fun. Oh no, that I didn't want to happen. So these are not going to get used because this is just snapped. I could repair it, but got snapped with a bit of pressure, I think. Let's see if I can repair it first. It's a possibility I could repair it. Just going to mute my mic. Okay, Jeff Light says with 17, thumbs up. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. Mark Sobbie says, hi, Jeff. Apple says, well, from the picture, I would say they can be easily knocked off, but it's your kit, Lindsay, your decision. Well, There is that big possibility, isn't there? Static says paint them, but don't glue them yet. No, I'm not going to. Static says battle damage, exactly. Jeff Light says exactly, Static. Well, it's gone together. So, and you can't see where I've joined it. So, which is a godsend. Okay. That's not sure whether I'm going to use these anyway. So, we'll get these cleaned up, and then I shall paint them at a later date. Right. Glue these together. Let's be quick with this because it dries very quickly, this tet. Okay. So we'll let that dry off with those of us and finish cleaning them up before I paint them. Okay. Apple says super cherry pie, as I didn't get cake and I think I'd nip a brandy. Why not? Mark Sobby says good evening. Mark's Mod says good evening, everybody. Good evening there, Mark. I hope you had a good stream. Apple says hi, Mark. Mark's Mod says hi, Apple. Jeff Light says when I used to game, I had a box of spare bits for battle damage. No, it makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So clean these up a bit more because there's still a bit of. So I'm just hanging the timer out now up to the 2 hours. So. See, that goes on the front of it like that. That does. See, I could even, because this is supposed to have another bit on the front. Is it there? Because I think this is just an option. It's supposed to have like a V bar on it. And I don't think this is here. So we probably won't be able to use that anyway. Not unless I customize these bits and join them on. No, I don't think that bar bit's here. Okay, so I'm going to have to customize that bit. So somehow I've got to get to these on there. So I think it'll be a case of clipping those bits off. I'm going to make sure I get this the right way up as well. Okay. Because there's a right and a wrong way of putting this on. Catch up with the chat. David Barkey says hello, Mark. Jeff Light says hi, Mark. Mark's hobby says hello, Gitty. Mark's mod says hello, David. Mark's mod says hello, the other Mark. Apple says, incidentally, my neighbour and I went to Games Workshop, but I bought nothing. He bought mounted knights for his son. Cool. Mark's hobby says, great stream tonight, Mark. Mark's mod says, thank you. It's a crazy show to do. Jeff Light says, what? You brought nothing? How dare you, Apple? Mark's mod says, hello, Jeff and Maggie. If he can go into a Warhammer shop, I'm not buying anything. Yeah, that's good. Apple says, Jeff, I may be old, but I refuse to pay for new kits that are old with only 5 new posses for my wolves. Okay, so that will sit on there. I reckon I can get, that's just broke off again. Where did it go? I think it's going to have to be a super glue job then. It's on this bench somewhere. Because I know it hasn't fallen on the floor. So I felt it drop between my fingers. That's not it. I hope it didn't go on the floor. There it is. I've got it. So all I'll have to do, I'll have to super glue that bit together. So I reckon I could get those on there like so, or put them that way up instead of them going downwards. I could put them that way up or that way. I have to see what room we've got when we've glued this bit on. Depends on how much room is between that and the floor. If not, they'll have to go up the other way. But that just broke off again. So Tet doesn't really like ABS plastic, so that'll have to be a super glue job. So anyway, catch up with this chat and then we'll go up camera. Darren says, how do Mark? Mark Spot says, hello, Daz. Darren Faulkner said, need these on a shelf in my shed. Cool. Right. So let's go cameras up. Find the right one. Okay, guys. Yeah, thank you very much for everyone coming in. I'm quite amazed how many actually did come in. So Thank you very much, everyone. It's always appreciated. You know that. So, like I said, live stream's not a live stream without chat. And yeah. Jeff Light says, yep, old models branded as new. I don't really blame you, Apple, exactly. Darren says, love the Warhammer stuff, but not a good painter. Yeah, it takes some doing, I'll tell you that now. So anyway, like I said, thank you very much, everybody coming in. It's always appreciated. And those in the background that's watching. I shall be back on Wednesday with the PPM, so 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with a gallery, and also on Friday. So I don't think I'll get one in tomorrow because I'm very busy tomorrow. But as far as I know, Ron is covering for Sprue tomorrow. So instead of Sprue, it'll be Ron. Static Model Mayhem says, thanks, Lindsay. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Darren Faulkner says, take care, mate. See you all soon. David Markey says, thank you for a great stream. You're always welcome, mate. So say goodbye. See you all soon. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.